All right, hello everybody. This is Gigi from Kauai Community College again. In this video, I will be talking about regions between curves. This is example number 4 in this video series, so make sure you watch my previous ones. Okay, so here is the sample problem number 4. Suppose you are looking at these regions here. So what I'm going to do is the easiest thing for now is to go ahead and use Desmos and put up the graph for the region, right? So we are looking at this right here. Okay, that's the graph for that. Okay, so the blue one is the parabola, of course, right? That's the parabola, that's the blue one. And then the red one is the square root. The red one is the square root. And then the green one is the line, okay? And I also found the intersections and put them up there. Okay, so now really let's study the graph and think about the rectangles. Like, would it be good to do vertical rectangles or horizontal rectangles? Okay, so the previous ones we were doing vertical, so I think this one we will try the horizontal rectangles. Now, if I was to do that, I would say the rectangles are like so, right? So they're like this. These are your little rectangles right here, right? But what we need to do really when we are drawing those rectangles is to think about what happened when you get here. You see right there, you would have a different height to your rectangle because they would be formed by a different set of functions right there, right? So right down there, you are looking at these rectangles right here, okay? And the integrals, of course, we have to think about the y value because now we got the base of your rectangle is delta y, right? So here that is 2, and then here we mark that is 4, and then up here is 8. So those are your limits on your integrals. Okay, now because we are going horizontal, we would have to change these functions to be of in terms of y, right? So you have to write it x in terms of y. So first, for the red function, y is equal to 4 square root of 2x. We go ahead and undo the process, solve for x. So x will equal to y squared over 32. Y squared over 32. Okay, pause the video and get there if you need to see that. Okay, now for the function in blue, which I cannot write in blue because my screen is blue. So let me change the screen background here. Let's get the screen to be black, and now I can write in blue. So y is equal to 2x squared. If you were to solve for x, x is, you're supposed to have plus or minus square root of y over 2. But we know that we are looking at the x value on the right-hand side. So that's the positive part, right? The x value is positive. So we can just go ahead and say we'll just take the positive square root of y over 2 and not the negative. So even though when you solve for x you get two values, we know in our graph we are only considering the one on the right hand side, which is positive square root of y over 2. Okay, and then the green one is the line y equals negative 4x plus 6. Now when we go and solve for x, we have x is equal to negative 1/4 y plus 6 divided by 4, that would be 3 over 2. Okay, so those are our functions that we are going to use as opposed to it in terms of x. Now we're talking about it in terms of y. Okay, so we have two regions, region number one, which is the top part. I'm going to call region 1 right here, and I am going to call the yellow region part number 2. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so region number 1, we are dealing with, what are we dealing with for region number 1? For region number 1, we are dealing with the integral, okay, and we are going from 4 to 8, 4 to 8, and our strips are horizontal, so we're talking about dy, and we are talking about blue minus red. So when we are looking at these rectangles right here, the length is the distance between the blue and the red. So going from the right to left, I take blue minus red. Okay, so that would be the integral of square root of y over 2 minus y square over 32 dy. Okay, so that's area of region 1. Okay, area of region 2 will be the integral, and we are talking about the integral from 2 to 4, okay, from 2 to 4, and since we are having the horizontal strip like this, the base is dy, and the height of our rectangles would be the difference between the green and the blue. So I'm going to go ahead and take blue minus green. So that would be square root of y over 2 minus 1 minus, so that would be plus 1/4 y minus a positive 3/2 would be negative 3/2 all over, not all over, the integral with respect to dy. Okay, so the total area then will equal to region 1 plus region 2. And I have helped you set it up, so you go ahead and do the integral and find the area. And that is how that works.